Leo, welcome. Ashley here. We're going to do your reading for the last week of January. So we're wrapping up the month. We're going to look at last week, this week, and take a peek into the start of February here for you. So next week's energy. And, oh my, look at that. We got some heavy duty fire coming in. Quick announcement. Chericlo Connections has just hit its 1 year anniversary. And so I'm running a special for the rest of January. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can find a discount code down in the description box. Now keep in mind, we only have about 10 or 12 more days of January, and there's limited spots available because it's just me. So if you want a discounted reading, make sure to check that out down below. So let's look at Leo. Got some changes going on here. Look, there you popped out. 6 of Wands, looking for a victory here. So let's see what we get. Now we've had some kind of ending here in the past. Something came to an end. We have the Emperor, and we have the Page of Cups. Justice, Temperance. Look at all these majors. And the 10 of Cups. Wow, okay. 2 of Wands. Knight of Swords. Taking some action. And the 9 of Wands. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant. 9 of Swords, the Fool, the Death card, 5 of Wands, 5 of Cups, Page of Swords, 3 of Cups. And there you are as well, Leo, with the Strength card. There's been some kind of collaboration, could be a relationship, a love relationship with someone here that I do feel like really tested your courage, and I want to say your own sense of self, like perhaps your independence, your ability to be you. It looks like some reconciliation here was attempted, but things quickly diminished into tragedy here with the 5 of Wands and 5 of Cups. I do feel like there's a lot of harsh words that might have been spoken that has left you feeling, sad, in pain here. And it looks like things came to an official end. Now, a new beginning is available here. Could be with an Aries, Aquarius. We also have the Hierophant, so some Taurus here. But I think it requires commitment, and I think that stresses you out. Again, with that, is there going to be an impact to your own sense of independence? Is what I was feeling there. So let's dive further into this. That was just the bottom of the deck, kind of getting the background to where we're at now. We have change. It's the Thunder Moon, and you can kind of see all this red here. There's been a lot of thought activity associated with this, perhaps some overthinking going on. But I also feel like with this red, it was really challenging to your root chakra. Your own personal sense of security and safety came up here. And it may have been with that full moon in Cancer which is why I'm using this deck for last week. We had that full moon on the 17th. We have the World, the Justice card, and the Two of Wands. So for some of you, I do feel like there was perhaps a divorce that is impacting your reading here, or some sort of separation perhaps. It feels like a solid end to me. But I do feel like you're at this crossroads here and trying to decide, okay, which way is up at this point. Could have been a Libra that you were dealing with. We have fire here. We also have Taurus strongly, Leo, Aquarius, and Scorpio. So let's get some more details there and really get an idea. But some sort of cycle came to an end. There was some sort of karma that got played out and got finished. And that could be why the situation ended. If there was a karmic experience or partnership of some kind, it could even be karma that you had with someone in the workplace, right? So let's see, the World. Yeah, we have the Two of Cups. So it looks to me to be like either a love relationship or a strong, like a companion of some kind, a friend. We have the Three of Swords. So this was a difficult, painful, and sad ending. With Justice, we have this balance energy showing up here. There was a lack of equal give and take here. And I just want to say, and the Seven of Cups, so there could have been also some deception there. And I feel like part of that, what I immediately wanted to say with that lack of balance energy, you know, a lot of times we just make the assumption that it's not equal give and take because someone is purposely not doing their part, which is sometimes the case, right? But in this situation, for some reason, I wanted to say that a lot of times it's unconscious. We approach relationships the way that we have learned how to be in relationships. And so, you know, even with our best intentions, sometimes because we're operating from a program, from an old thought pattern or experience, we automatically play out that karma, right? And I feel like perhaps that's what happened here, perhaps even on both sides. But it caused a lot of confusion as well. I want to get one more on that Seven of Cups. And we have the Star. So it could have been an Aquarius here that you were dealing with, or you have strong Aquarius in your chart. But something about there was some sort of confusion between you and this person that really needed healed, really needed some attention. And again, it feels like it was maybe unconscious as to how, I want to say perhaps the two of you didn't speak the same love language. And so the way in which you gave to the relationship wasn't seen as what they needed and vice versa. The Two of Wands, we have Justice again. And the Six of Swords. So to me, that almost makes me feel like there's an opportunity here to work on this or to move on. To allow that karma to be the end. It could also be that there's this option at this time to bring some truth and clarity to the situation. whether that's through a conversation, to set the balance right, or to move on. And for some of you, I feel like perhaps if that clarity doesn't happen, I feel like there's still some sort of lingering energy here. Like, if you believe in reincarnation, you'll be playing this out again to close that loop completely. Because to me, this World card, it could have been that the majority of the karma between you and this person was completed. But there's some misunderstanding as to why things happened the way they did. Or simply someone here actually chose to give their energy to something else entirely. It may have been a third party, and when I say third party, that could be another lover, that could be I've decided to focus on my career, I've decided to focus on my finances instead of this relationship. But there's something here that's not totally clear. And while there is the option to move on, because I do feel like the separation here is certainly physical, it could be that there's still some clarity that could be introduced that would fully close this out, if that makes sense. Now, in the last week of January, we have the Knight. And because it's in the upright, we get the light attributes. It says loyalty, romance, and chivalry, a love of honor. So there's definitely this perhaps need at this time to step into this divine masculine energy and bring some healing and some truth to a situation. With the Emperor, Temperance, and the Knight of Swords, it's like wanting to bring clarity to something. And perhaps even gain some clarity for yourself, right? Let's see, where do we have the Emperor? That's Aries energy. We have the Hierophant showing up again. And the Seven of Pentacles. With Temperance, we have the King of Pentacles. And the Nine of Cups. With the Knight of Swords, we have the Four of Pentacles and Temperance. Why the Four of Pentacles? Eight of Pentacles. So we're getting a lot of pentacles here. I feel like a big part of this dynamic for you was very focused in the physical. And when I say that, it like financial security, stable home, commitment, right? Like a secure, reliable relationship. And perhaps that's not how it played out. That was just your intention, right? We talked about coming into something with maybe some old paradigms, and then it didn't quite play out that way, even if it was unconscious. But it looks to me here like you may want, it's like you're showing up here with this desire to take action, bring clarity, and perhaps wanting to heal this situation. We've got really strong Taurus here. Sagittarius, Libra, Aquarius. So we're getting Temperance twice. We've got the Hierophant twice. So there's this patience, but there's also this need to integrate the lesson and understand what we want now. And it looks to me like it's a higher commitment of some kind. So taking a relationship and healing it and bringing it back into balance. This is also talking about, you know, some spiritual lessons that have been learned here. And I do feel like that had a big part to play here in this ending. There was a change. I mean, we have all this lightning, all these seagulls here, which is like information coming in, right? These downloads of understanding. And so it feels to me like you want to put in the work, you want to rebuild a foundation with someone here. Could be a Taurus. If that's not your story, I feel like someone is approaching you with that energy. So if you're not already sitting in the Divine Masculine, I do feel the Divine Masculine is the one that wants to take charge and come forward with this healing energy to stabilize things. Because I think whoever's in their masculine energy has come to understand that perhaps this person was in fact a dream come true. I also feel like with this Nine of Cups, King of Pentacles, Temperance here at the center, there needs to be some discussion about that independence that kept coming up. This need to maintain yourself independently if you want to get into a relationship that doesn't have to be eliminated. It shouldn't be, right? But there should be some sort of conversation around that topic as well. Okay, next week, fire. So we've got the element of fire showing up, not surprising for Leo. Sorry, sometimes the imagery on these cards is so minute. There's some sort of design in the center of this circle, but I can't quite make out what it is. It's almost like this phoenix rising kind of energy. So it feels like there could be a rebirth, a new passionate, like fire gets introduced to something. And we do have the Page of Cups, Ten of Cups, and Nine of Wands. Like, to me it looks like this offer of love, an apology perhaps, and this desire to persevere with perhaps this person from the past. Whoever this Two of Cups was, or simply, now it could be both. It could be that you want to bring clarity to this situation and close this out nicely, right? And completely, and then step forward in search of love here in this future position. So let's get some more here. Judgment. So it does feel like someone from the past. Yeah. Page of Cups again. Offering up your cup of love or someone coming forward. I really do feel like you're the action taker here, Leo, but certainly flip that if that's not the case. But this, to me, this reading feels like Leo taking control, taking charge, and making these changes and that kind of thing. Like, to me, this Emperor feels like the Leo. With the Ten of Cups, we have the Page of Wands, Knight of Cups, and with the Nine of Wands, we have that Six of Wands. I'm pretty sure that's what tried to pop out at the very beginning of your reading, if you remember that, and the Knight of Swords. So you definitely want a victory with this person. I think there's concern that their boundaries will be so high that you might not be able to get through to them. It doesn't look to me like that stops you from trying. And it's kind of interesting because we start out up here with these pages, and then it goes from page to night, and now we have the night. So it's like perhaps the intensity with which you approach this person keeps increasing until you can get past their walls here with this Nine of Wands. This person that you're confronting or approaching definitely has their boundaries up, their guard up, and perhaps because they've also experienced this heartbreak here. But that to me also feels like your energy. It's like you want to persevere and you want to have success. And I do feel like you're going to speak your truth here about your own security, your own independence, perhaps approaching commitment in a different way now that there's some more understanding of the karma that the two of you were both coming to this with, right? So that looks good. Definitely passion showing up here. And really kind of getting excited and invigorated about the potentials is what I feel like. There's some flirting here with this Page of Wands. There's some apologies. There's some admission of your deeper feelings here. That this person is perhaps your ultimate fantasy of what you want. We go from the Nine of Cups to the 10. So it's almost like once the conversation gets going, it just really spills out here. And I'm not really surprised to see someone from the past coming up here in your reading. I mean, Venus is retrograde, Mercury is also retrograde. I mean, it's prime time to really look at, from a distance, what we've done in the past and wanting to bring light to things, right? I'm going to wrap it up there, but keep in mind I'm going to put out the Venus, I did the Venus retrograde love readings. I'm going to do Venus direct love updates. So those will be coming out next week, so keep your eyes peeled. Thanks for being here. Bye.